Okay. Let me see what you did here. So doing this is fine. Obviously, not looking at the lanes is
And neither of us looked.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, neither of us were looking at them.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of awkward, but it's okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that I struggle with. Already in itself, is just paying attention.
Yep, you're clear.
You
So
can see Nasus is.
that I think you could have hit this one, but it does. It's fine. Yeah. Of course, anytime you know like where they start, you need to ping it. Of course, here it's fine because you don't know. But like what you should do is what I like to do is just like, ping question mark and then ping question mark. This alerts all of your side lanes to play a lot more differently.
Yeah.
Because like we don't know where she is, right?
That makes sense.
So your side lanes have to know. Jungle and pings are communication, right? The way you use your pings is very, very important.
So not flaming them.
Yeah, but imagine, right? Like the question mark ping is used so incorrectly.
Using the question mark correctly that's a bit of a struggle for me.
Yeah,
Right.
For a lot of people, right? Here you should know that she started top side. So at this point you must ping like this, right? You must ping down this way.
That she's going.
You have to you ping down so that they know that she's pathing bot. Now you know at 4:45 this spawns, and then at 4:30 the golem spawn. And now here this is like really bad, right? Because like look what you're doing. You're pathing from raptors to wolves, but you haven't looked at mid lane. Right? We haven't seen what is happening in mid. We don't know what this guy's route like. What is lane like? How does the wave look? I don't know. And we haven't seen the wave in top. If Alawi is building a wave and Nasus has Alawi's level 2, right?
Yeah.
Nasus must be level 1 because one of them has to give up lane. Let's say for example, and into an Alawi matchup as Nasus, you cannot get level 2. Right?
It's just that's wrong.
Right. So what Nasus is doing right now is he should theoretically just walk away and forfeit the lane, which means that this wave plus this wave is going to build up, which means that this and this is enough to perhaps dive him. But you have to look at this situation before, like, you know, you're on blue. You have to, like, you're here, you should already be looking here. Right? Maybe you dive on the next build. Like, how fast is Alawi playing? I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? Because there's no way. I can't see the wave. But if the wave is like slow, then it's like, okay, well, we can build one more wave and then one more wave after. But it doesn't look like this is the case. So here, like, Alawi's going to crash this wave, and then Alawi's going to crash this wave. You should look at this trade to see like what is happening. If this guy is like low HP because he doesn't know how to play top lane, and there's 2 waves crashing into him, there's no way that you're ever going to get counter ganked because enemy's pathing this way. You have to skip this, and then you could skip this, and you could just run up there and kill him, and then you can rotate back down. Right? By the time that these camps are up, Diana's not going to be down here because her routes are going to be back topside, which means that the chances of you being countered is like really unlikely, especially when you have crash in mid. You don't have cushion bot, but it doesn't really matter. Point is you get kill top, and it's huge. Right? So not looking is really, really bad. You hitting the big one is fine because you can just kill the Justin's with that. See, like here you could be looking top.
Yeah.
Like, look at the huge CS discrepancy, right? It's obvious that there's a big wave being built top.
I don't think I look until the blues literally.
That's a problem. Now it's like it's too late. Like right here, you could already be there. Like you could have skipped wolves, done blue buff, and then you could have ran top.
And I think he's level 2 to level 3.
Yeah. You could have ran top here, and then I think it's a kill because he's low HP. Like this looks like pretty good.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good to me.
And it has a cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cannon mini. It's huge. It's possible. Like this is how you can really stress like the mechanics of your champion and like these small like positions, right? Now if you're like playing certain champions that can't dive him, I get it. Like if you're playing like Graves or something, maybe it's a little bit harder to do that, but you know, if you're playing Rengar and you have E and stuff, like it's possible. Like the guy has to give up the wave. Here you must ping that enemy is bottom side, because at the moment it's like 317 right now, right? So you have to ping that he's down here. While you're doing this, you have to look at bot lane wave state. If this Vayne is trying to crash a wave, and like Swain just died, and the wave is big, and let's say Vayne is like really low, which she is, you have to tell her that she can't do this. She cannot crash wave. She'll die.
And that's just a free kill.
Then you spam ping her down. You tell her just recall, and then wait for Swain to come back into the lane while Vayne is arriving. And then at this time, Diana will finish her bottom side clear, and she's pathing top. And at this point, she can get the crash off without dying. worst case scenario, you kill this, you run top, you run bottom lane, and you help your laners get the shove out. Like, worst case scenario, right? But you have to prevent. You can prevent the death here. Now she might not die, but like we don't know that. You know what I mean? Like she wants to crash the wave. You see how she dies? She's dead because she's crashing the wave when we know where Diana is. You could have prevented this, right? This is fine. What you do here is good. Yeah.
And then what I do after here.
Can you kill
is
him?
Really bad. If I flash, he can still outrun me pretty well.
It's phase rush, right?
Yeah.
Phase
Like
rush.
he uses it here. It's just I have to flash. I don't have any cooldowns. I'd have to flash auto Q and hope that like I like do it. But I mean it's risky.
It's risky. I'm not a Rengar player. I don't know if you have late.
So I guess what I'd say is what I found during this season, or at least during this time that I'm playing Rengar right now. If I die at this part, if I die when I'm diving the allow or the Nasus top, if like I put myself behind at like any stage before like 4 minutes in the game, I have like an incredibly rough late game. Or,
I agree. I agree. Like if you do something bad, it's bad.
The way that I look at this here is it's too risky to make this play.
Yeah, I mean if you believe you can't, there's a chance you don't kill him. Getting his flash is completely fine. Because what's going to happen is this wave, by the looks of it, is going to be in a state again where you can gank it, and this time you'll have to flash and he won't, meaning the kill is guaranteed. Right? So not flashing for this is also acceptable. I just don't know if you could have flashed and guaranteed a kill. Like I'm not
not if I had my Q up at this moment.
Yeah, then you must. Then you have to, right? Now this is the problem, right? Because look what happens.
This is
like we talked about this in the live game. Like your bot lane isn't present, and then their bot lane has first move here. Diana's obviously here. Because when she showed bottom, she had 20 CS, right? Which you didn't look at. That's a problem.
No, I did. I
oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
So you know she's on a crab here, and that's I guess assuming that's why you walked down. The point is, Lulu gets here first, and you can't do anything. Now what's happening is now you're wasting time, which means that, like, had you just recalled, you would have already been right over here, like right behind Vayne, like a little bit behind Vayne. You would be on like maybe.
If I just recalled in that brush, right?
Inhibitor, yeah, you'll be at like
back to turret.
Yeah, you'll be at inhibitor.
Yeah.
You walk back, and then by this time you grab this and you just clear out.
Okay.
Right, and then Alawi, who has control of the lane, can then return the lane into her. Can pull it into her, and that's free gank. Right.
Now I have a question.
Yep.
At this point right here, like, is this probably the first mistake that is impacting the game in a way that like is not a 50-50?
This is the third. This is the third mistake.
Okay.
First mistake was not pinging Vayne. Second mistake was not looking top. Whether to dive or not to dive is I don't care. Point is you're not.
Sorry.
You're not looking, right?
The first mechanical mechanical mistake, like pinging Diana, I understand. And I understand looking top, not acting on it, but looking. Like I need to pay attention, right? But,
yeah, because there's a world where you actually go up there.
Yes. I guess. You answered my question, so that's it.
Yeah.
I understand.
So wait, what was the question?
it was just in a world where it's not making a play, but the result of making a bad decision. This is like the bad decision that I made that results in like a waste of time or
this
a waste of efficiency.
This is putting you off tempo.
Yes. Okay.
Like
that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, there's a difference between like if you're driving, there's a difference between like not going like you can go too slow, but going too slow is like not as much of an issue as if like you're like going on a red light. You know what I mean? Like a red light can get you killed, but going too slow isn't gonna like get you killed. It's just obnoxious, right?
Yeah.
Right. There's a difference, right? So there's blunders, and then there's like shit can be done more effectively. Right. This is a moment where like you're going full steering into a red light.
Okay.
Right.
That's all right.
This is the problem. This is just putting you off. Yeah, you're off tempo now. Because like by the time you're on this camp, this is up, and this will be spawning. Like that's not a situation where I want to be in.
And probably if you were not here, I would have just immediately went to my Krugs and not reset, and then I would have been down items.
Now you're down items. So now if a fight breaks out in top, I have no idea what happened in top lane. I have no idea how. I don't know. but it doesn't matter.
Something happened.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But now it's like really awkward, right? So now Diana is like at this point.
So what should I be thinking here, right? Like right here, what should I be thinking to myself?
Well, now it's like weird, right? Because you didn't. So here you have to look at top lane. Is the lane frozen? I actually don't recall. I'm not. Whatever. Is the lane frozen or is the lane not frozen? The point is Diana's recalling right now because after crab she's gonna reset and now she's gonna go like this. Right? You must ping that she's going up here. Because right now she is on this. It is 4:30 something. Because I can't see the timer, right? But like she's on golems right now.
Yeah.
You have to ping that. Now, if you're gonna do this and Alawi teleports back, and let's say like, well, it's unlikely that Diana's gonna go and try to gank Alawi, because like they're not that strong versus her, and Alawi can actually get away. But there is a chance she walks up. Like you have to look at top lane to see how the wave's. If this wave crashes, you're happy. If this wave is frozen, you have to spam ping that she can be up there.
Mm-hmm.
And if she doesn't gank top lane by the time you're on Raptors, you now have to spam ping that she's going downwards. Because that's the only way she can go. It's unlikely that she's not going to show up in top. And if she shows up in top by the time you're on Raptors and finishing, and you're like here, now she's losing efficiency.
I think she does exactly. No, I don't know if she does that. I
don't remember what she does.
She's bot right now. She's bot right now.
Yeah, her showing bot lane is a waste of time. She's 25 CS. She started top side. This is up. This will be spawning soon. If she shows up right now, it's a bad decision. Now let's look at bot lane wave state. Like what? Like your bot lane doesn't have to be in the lane here.
Mm.
This wave is not frozen. This is gonna get die. This is gonna die to the tower. These casters aren't enough to hold a freeze. This wave shoves back into you. Diana being here doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. And even if she does end up showing here, well then it's like you take this, and then you go straight to her Raptors.
Yeah, which is
what you do. Yeah, which is what we do. And then you punish her. You take her Raptors, and now you know exactly what her routes are. You have a timer on her Raptors. You know what she's gonna do for the next like 3.5, 4 minutes.
Okay.
Now if this guy has prio, you play for top side, which you have like permanent prio in because it's Alawi.
Because I think at that part, like right here where we're at, I will not think of any of those things. Like the first thing that I'm gonna do is go clear my Krugs, go clear my Raptors, and then probably around that time I'll be thinking about, well, what can I do at this like current moment?
Yeah, you have to be able to determine that if she shows here, it is a mistake. Mm-hmm. She is putting her off tempo. You must be able to determine if a player is putting himself off tempo or if he's on tempo. Mm-hmm. There's a huge difference, right? Between like you feel it, right? Like here now you're on golems, which is completely acceptable. Well,
at this point, your bot right now.
Yeah, now you see her bot. Now we just assume she's terrible, right?
Yeah.
Because like she makes a decision which isn't logical, right? Now you should.
So clearing this is fine, and then is going to her Raptors the correct play here?
Yes.
Now, what is the reason we're going to her Raptors to punish the fact that she showed bot, or to fight her at her Raptors?
We're smite fight. Well, I wouldn't smite this. We're smiting. Well, I guess unless you have like 2 of them, or I guess even if you can smite it if you want because you're mid prio. The point is you want to fight her. Because she showed bottom lane, she's going to go like this, and then she's going to have to eat her golems. Unless she recalls and runs like this. If she runs like this, then, I mean, who cares? Now she doesn't have golem camp. Now you just dive top lane with mid prio. But ideally, she's going to take her golems, she's going to then go to her Raptors, you meet her Raptors because you have mid prio and you have top prio. Now if you didn't have mid prio, that's dangerous.
Okay.
Then all you do is you clear Raptors, you clear Wolves, and then you clear this. And then if this guy keeps pushing, and then not lane gank. You're playing 2v2. You're looking for the counter.
Okay.
You play 2v2 top, right? If you're the first one to gank under tower or something, then it shows up, you're dead. Right.
So now I guess I have another question. We know that she's going to her Krugs right now. If she shows on that ward that we have, would I immediately not do my Wolves and instead of punishing her Raptors, start going for the counter gank top?
You shouldn't do your Wolves anyway.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Right, that depends on if it's logical for her to actually be there. Because if this lane is frozen, then it makes sense for her to gank. Then of course you don't have to. Then okay.
Breaking the freeze.
If this lane is frozen, then yes, she will gank. Then you beeline top. If this lane is crashed, then she's just gonna path down because it's illogical for her to go up there. If she ends up going up there, it's in no world does Alawi ever die.
Okay.
Because she has no incentive to stay in the lane, right? She doesn't care about staying in the lane, and then on top of that, Diana doesn't have the utility to just jump on it and then somehow like kill her. It just doesn't make sense. But like here you have to you need to spam ping. Like when I say spam ping, I mean like fucking like go at it. You know, don't just like
hit the cap.
Yeah, like let them know like you're going. You better be here. Like if you're not here, you know what I mean? Like laners are fucking blind, man. You don't understand. They are blind, right?
Yeah.
you actually you do understand.
You've
seen it. You play in Diamond NA, like you've seen it. These lanes are blind. You have to go there. What we're doing here is fine. I would have actually kited them into the bush, perhaps, but it doesn't really matter. Like here, you should spam assistance. This spamming assistance forces this guy to crash the wave.
Okay.
Look, look at his mana. He's full mana. Like he could just double bomb the wave.
I should have said that like way before this point, because I think if you rewind like 15 seconds, you'll see Ryze like going to ward. Like that should be whenever he's shoving right now.
Yeah, like what the hell is this guy doing?
That should have been like shoved right there, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck your mid laner is doing. Like if your mid laner just shoves this right now, like holy dude, her top side is gone.
I guess in my head, I already think that from seeing like where like they are in the game, like I probably like should get the first prior roam here anyways, but I end up not getting it. Just
well, you lose this because it's unpredictable diamond.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But like this is the right decision. Because if you go to wolves and then Gromp, it's not as much value.
Alright. Yeah, right? I understand.
Yeah, yeah. Like your mid laner is dog shit. That's the problem. But that's fine. That's okay, whatever.
Yeah, I can't fix him being dog shit.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do.
So running into her here,
I would not have used E on the thing.
Yeah.
I would hold my E. This is a little bit like you want to hold Bola strike, right? For the like if you E right now, and then you kind of like, I guess you can't fight her yet.
No.
But
this would just be a run angle.
You can get away, right? You can just run out.
I possibly don't have to flash here.
Because your mid lane, I mean, right now Zilean should be right here. Like if Zilean is right here and then you have E, dude, she's dead. She's dead. If Zilean is right next to you, you have E, she's dead. And Ryze is warding bottom side for some unknown.
No, he's there. He's right there.
No, but before this, Ryze was warding bottom. Yeah. Like Ryze here warded bottom side. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Ryze gets first move when he shouldn't have, which is like super troll. Here you should be looking top lane, because like while you're running away, you have bullet strike, right? So you just use your E. Yeah, get out. I don't know why you hit auto that. Is that for stacks? I autoed it
for the stack.
Okay, yeah, that's for stack. Yeah. Here you should look top. Here now this is gonna sound pretty weird, but you should look top, and you should look to see if he has teleport, all in the same time.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you run up here, you dive him, Zilean TPs, and then you both turn it on Diana.
Mm-hmm. It just becomes a numbers advantage there.
Yes. This is like quick thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Alawi, like now unless Nasus is undiveable. If he's not diveable, then you're trolling. That's just dangerous. But if this guy's really low, you can.
I think he's level 5 here.
Anyways. Yeah. You hit plant. You go up there. Zilean TP's in. It's over. Although I think Zilean already used TP.
You can see it. I think I tab shortly. I don't know.
Yeah, but didn't he TP like when you were unwrapped? Yeah, he teleported already.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah. So he already has TP. Yeah, but you should still do this.
Okay.
You should still look.
I should still look.
Yeah. Now
I would have prio with the blast cone if I use it anyways.
Yeah. Of course. Now if you don't like if this guy isn't diveable or if it's like turbo risky, then I agree. Like you can also choose to just run if you don't think it's like a good idea to go, right? Which is also
normally if I don't know, sometimes like she dove him by herself, so yes, it was diveable. No way it wasn't.
Yeah. You could have killed him, and then you could have you would have had the safety of Alawi, and then like Alawi wouldn't be this low HP because you would have been there, and then you would have been able to like turn it on Diana.
She doesn't die to Diana here.
Yeah, she doesn't die to Diana. You're there, and then all you guys do is you dance until this guy shows up. Once he shows up, like they have to retreat.
Yeah.
All right, they have to leave. At this point, Diana shows up, but like this should never happen. You should spam ping that she's up there. Right? Like this is very predictable. All right. Anyway, so you do this, and now she should just I don't know if she chooses to recall. She goes to her red. Yeah. Now she just goes red and then clears down, which is fine. Going up here is fine.
Yep. Free kill.
Going here is fine.
You tell me to invade here, which
would you have done this if I hadn't told you to do so?
Definitely not. Like I would have autopiloted to probably doing my camps up to Riftshroud or diving top and then like messing over or screwing over the.
So why do you think I would make? Why did you think I made this call here?
We know I'm stronger than her just off of items. I think
true.
We're definitely stronger than her. But mid prio and the fact that their bot lane isn't there.
Exactly. Like their bot lane wants to be here and your mid has prio and you have Aron Zillion. Like this is a broken ability, right?
Yeah, very true.
At this point, it's like why not just move into her? Like maybe you don't catch her on blue, but you definitely catch her on Gromp.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. No.
So
and I wouldn't have even been thinking that she would have been there.
Yeah. Well, where else would she be?
After she took her red. Up going top again, right? Like.
Well, after she took her red buff, right? So after she took her red, you recalled. So like what? Like right here, she took her red buff, and then you took the gank. She took her red. She showed top lane.
Showed top again.
And now she has to be down here.
Yeah, there's no way that she's not in. Yeah,
right?
Okay, I completely understand.
She has to be down here.
And she was. It was perfect.
So this is
that was not a call I would have made, and that like probably was one of the bigger things that affected the game.
This will open this. Yeah, this is 400 gold. You've won the game. Right? You've won the game.
Yeah.
Because now you kill her, and now you win in here.
Yeah.
Right.
And then my team ends it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys mechanically played it bad, but the call, like everything.
The call is good. Yeah.
The decision is absolutely perfect. Right. Holy shit! I'm so surprised.
Condemned her away from my E flash.
Yeah.
So
your teammates mechanically played it really poorly here. Here you should recall.
Okay.
You must. Recall.
And I think I do. I do.
Going here, you're going to be forced to take this. You don't want to take these camps. Yeah. You don't want to run like this.
And this is where I would say that I would autopilot.
Yeah. So like, you can recall, right? You can take your blue, and then you can meet her on her golems.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or like I guess meet her like on her raptors maybe if mid has prio, or just like take Herald or something, or just keep clearing. Right. The point is you must recall. Your raptors aren't any like. Your raptors are at this point just they're not needed, right? They're not necessary. Yeah. If you really
the item advantage.
Yeah. If you really care about like if you really care about like there's nothing happening here and there's nothing happening here, then you could do something like this, and then you can go Herald, right? That's a possibility, but that all depends.
I think I went for Scuttle Crab is like definitely like what I care about more here. Scuttle Crab and possibly Herald.
Yeah.
I think what I end up doing is I kill top and then I open up the game, right? That's what you say.
Yeah, but here you must ping her, because like like this wave must be crashed. This wave is not gonna lock, and no, it's not possible for this wave to lock with the proximity of where it is, right? But Diana is topside. You must spam ping. Look at her HP and mana. Nasus has R now. At this point, Diana and Nasus can kill the Illaoi if they play it like well. But you have to ping that. You have to look at that. You have to be aware.
And we know she's there.
Yeah, you have to be aware of all three lane states at all times. This requires a level of attention that is only developed after conscious practice. Right? I thought this guy had no flash. I was wrong.
It's okay. This isn't like the end of the world. If he had no flash, if he does, he does.
He got his flash. I mean, this is fine. But like, you have to be more conscious about all the lanes. I don't know why
very lucky here.
I don't know why she doesn't recall it. I guess she sees you and wants to fight it. But then like. She doesn't.
I think
realize.
I bait her on accident, but
no, I think she just. Yeah, maybe I don't know. It's like awkward, but it doesn't matter. It's okay.
And then I get super lucky here.
This was one of the more awkward situations, but I mean it works out. Now this is where like we have an error, right? Because you shove out and take tower. Like this is not good. This is not good for a number of reasons, right? Because the first reason it's not good is at this point Diana's pathing down, and now she can eat your raptors. You don't want that, right? Even if like there's no mid prio, like she sees you. Right, so she knows you're not there, which means that you lose your raptors. Right. The second thing you're doing is you're making this lane super long for Illaoi, forcing her to now play up here. She doesn't like that, especially then when Diana's routes are back up on top side, and now Nasus, Diana, and then Ryze are. It's too risky for Illaoi to play up. The third thing this is an issue is Nasus can now freeze the lane, and that forces Diana to run mid, share XP with her mid laner, and now try to force break mid, which is like not good either, because Ryze doesn't care. Right? Rise doesn't give a shit if it's 2v1 mid.
Now, this would be one of those things where, like, the fact that I learned how to play Feast or Famine in Gold is, like, where it affects my Diamond games. And I think that this is what I was trying to tell you earlier, like, before I started playing.
Yeah.
Is, like, I would take this in a Gold game because this is what you need to do.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I would take this in a Gold game. Everyone's dog shit anyway, just to grab everything.
Yeah. And that's how I look at this game as well.
Yeah.
Like in Diamond, and where this is improper in a Diamond setting, is this even the correct play?
Well, technically, even in Gold, this is bad, but it's in Gold. You're not playing League of Legends in that elo, right?
Okay.
But here, yes, it's bad.
Okay, that's I guess that's what I'm trying to ask more. Yeah. So this would be where how I used to play, or the elo that I learned how to play like well in.
This is okay if your top laner is 0-7.
Okay.
Because
right.
she wants to get out of the lane. Yeah, she wants to get out of the lane. Sorry, if she's 0-7, she wants to leave the lane.
Okay.
But she's not 0-7. She's massive.
Well.
She's smurfing on the enemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep the lane short for her. It's not like now this is also acceptable if like maybe like bot is like turbo losing.
Okay.
And
so
bot is like one plate. At that point, you can just lane swap.
1v9 position, right? So I don't have to do this.
You never have to 1v9 in solo.
That's
a misconception people have. Right? 1v9ing. 1v9ing is pressure. Why would you do that to yourself? You know.
That's fair. Yeah,
do your role, play it well, do what you need to do, and then just do it well, and then do it over and over again. You'll be out.
Okay.
Right. That's all that matters. No one has to carry.
So shoving. Okay. I guess if understanding that this is bad, can you go back like 15 seconds?
Yep.
No, one more.
So like take the wave. Like this
wave. This wave is right?
I mean, this is pretty Tarzan of you, but I mean, yes, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Although she's not going to be there, so I even this is fine. Like, yeah, this is fine. This is I didn't see what you did here.
I just kept running.
This is I was literally like, I think I did not notice this for some reason because I was looking at my other screen. But like here, you need to just like you're gonna get as much gold from these camps as you will get from this.
And I'm fucking her over by doing this too.
And you're absolutely screwing her over.
Okay.
Right. And now on top of that, you're losing Raptors. Because that
was a good jungler.
Yeah, if Diana has any form of a brain, she will just take her Raptors. This guy doesn't play jungle. And then now on top of that, the fourth thing this does is this.
Yeah, I got over.
She shows up top lane, and now it's like, yikes! We're dead. Yeah, so this completely screws you over, and now you're in like a weird spot where like now your blue hasn't been taken, your wolves haven't been taken, and now you're like randomly hurrying over to like Raptors, which is like. It's like ugly now. Now it's like really ugly for us. Although I don't even think that you need to do Raptors.
I don't do Raptors. I'm going for an ult.
Yeah, but can't you go through topside?
I think I went for. It looked like I was pathing for Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's really ugly because like now you don't get these two camps.
Yeah.
Like you would be like right here and then on Dragon and then allow it because you have Prio bot lane and then Prio mid. You would play for her Grump camp again.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Like, the whole game pace would be different.
The whole entire pace of the game will be different. You take her red, this is whatever. You do this, I don't care. This is whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is all just like...
Basically, I mean, everything changes after I do.
Yeah, I mean, you're 11-1. I mean, it'd be a crime to not win this game at this point, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
It happens, though. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, it happens because like sometimes you might flip fights, right? But like tabbing and knowing itemization power spikes is very important. Like in many cases, I even like if I'm playing, I would tell players, hey, just drop Dragon, don't do Dragon because we wanna stall it and just flip Elder. For like super behind, it's better to just give certain amounts of objectives to just then eventually take the major one. Right, like so, and then like again, right, like if your Vayne doesn't have her item built, don't fight. Right, you can give up objectives if like there's a major item that needs to be built. Yeah, I agree. Don't fight. Right. But that stuff is like more like micro inside of macro, like to see like itemizations and how team fights will like play out, etc. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kill him, and the rest of the game doesn't really matter. It's over at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
how much longer do we have?
I have no idea.
Still 30 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Would you? How would you recommend? Because what I'd ask, maybe, do you want to see a game where I'm not being like watched by you, and then you can see like the difference?
Yeah, we can take a look.
Or would you prefer to just discuss like things that I can work on?
Well, honestly, I don't think that there would be much else. Personally, I don't think there's a. Hold on, let me just stop the recording here.